hang on. Something's going on here. Roll. Oh, instant record mode.
That sounds good. Hit that.
How does that?
Instant record mode.
All right,
That
check.
sounds like a winner.
No, I definitely recorded. I hit instant record mode.
It's going.
It was in instant record mode.
That's
All right,
weird.
guys, let's sync here in 1, 2, 3.
All right, instant record mode engaged.
Engaged.
Let's do it.
Ready.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, October 15th, 2020. We have the full crew in the house: Will, Mark, Wes, and Pat, the Beeve. And we witnessed another day of ACB Senate confirmation, Judicial Committee hearings. It was just the same shit over and over and over again. Pelosi and Trump also still won't cut a stimulus deal. She's saying people who want money are Republican apologists to Wolf Blitzer. So that's just the same thing over and over again as well. So it's just, Groundhog's Day pretty much going on.
I've never seen Wolf Blitzer's name in my newsfeed since it was announced that he pees with his pants at his ankles.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, he had a good interview with Pelosi. He was pushing
Yeah.
Pelosi, and then she just went off on him, calling him a Republican apologist. It was an interesting.
Wolf looked good in that interview. That interview made me very angry. Very, very, very angry.
You know that they're not going to cut a deal now at this point.
Yes,
like that.
there's
That
no
was
deal. There's no deal.
no deal.
I don't know. Just send just the checks. And then work on the bigger deal after the election fallout. Just send the
Do you
checks.
think-
I don't.
If
Not
your last
possible,
name is
apparently.
if your last name is Blitzer, it's just like a ton of pressure on your parents to like.
That's not. It's
also
got to be a
give an
stage name,
aggressive
though.
name.
You think that that's
What do you just left out the first name of Wolf?
Wolf,
If your
right,
name-
Wolf.
That's the thing. Well,
His
guess
name's
what,
fucking
Mark?
Wolf.
Mark, guess what? His last name was Blitzer. Before his
Blitzer,
full
right.
first name
I
was Wolf.
understand,
That's what I was saying.
but they
You have
doubled
Blitzer
down.
first.
Yeah.
Well, that was my question. If your last name is Blitzer, do you feel like you gotta go with like a wolf up front?
He's like a German submarine.
Well, I mean, you don't want
Tommy
to be.
Blitzer.
Yeah, you don't want to be like a weak name and then Blitzer. That's for sure. You don't want to be like Jeff Blitzer, Geoff Geoff Blitzer. That's no good.
They should have tripled down and called him like Blitzkrieg Blitzer. I like German. He does sound like a German U-boat though.
That's his legal, man. Wolf
That was-
Isaac Blitzer.
legal name. That's a badass name.
That is a
Bold
badass
move to name your kid Wolf if he's born in 1948 in America, though. With Blitzer afterwards, it's very like Nazi sounding.
It is. Wow, 48. That's like right at the time. Right after the
They
wow.
changed it from Blitzkrieg to Blitzer. A little known fact. Allegedly.
Let's we got what store we
His
have.
parents were Jewish refugees in Nazi-occupied Poland.
Oh, well then I take it
Really?
back.
That's
Whoa,
crazy.
That's a very insensitive
Well,
joke.
so they're just that just means that they're the reason it sounds. Well, the reason
I
it sounds.
apologize to the Blitzers.
Well, it just sounds German because it's close. He's from around there. He's from his
And then
family's from around
Blitzkrieg,
there.
yeah.
right.
Right.
That's
right,
why,
right,
yeah,
right,
that's
right,
correct.
right.
Makes
Right.
a lot of sense now. Full circle.
He took it back. He was owning it. It was like, yeah. Anyhow,
Well, he had a good interview. He had a good interview with Pelosi.
Also, big stories today. We got just what are we doing? We got two big ones and a little lightning round at the end. Pat, get us going.
All right, guys. Mega multiple-part story here. First, the New York Post released a story at 5 a.m. on Wednesday morning with the headline, Smoking Gun Email Reveals How Hunter Biden Introduced Ukrainian Businessman to VP Dad. Right?
Smoking
And-
gun. Whoa.
Smoking gun, baby. And the story has a copy of an alleged email from Vadim Pozharsky, who's an advisor to the board of the Ukrainian energy company Burisma. So it's from Vadim to Hunter Biden, thanking him for introducing Vadim to his father, who was then Vice President Joe Biden, on a trip that Vadim took to D.C. back in 2015. So it's like, hey, thanks for letting me spend some time with Joe. A little bit on the nose, if you ask me, but we'll get into that later. The reason this might
all
be
the
big
names,
news-
all the names were explicitly listed out in the email. Yeah.
Exactly, and there was
Yeah.
like one misspelled word, so you could tell it was from a Russian. One less. Anyway, guys, the reason this might be big news, if it's true, is that it would contradict Joe Biden's claim that he, quote, never spoke to my son about his overseas business dealings. So,
Which who believed that ever? I mean,
No one.
If you first of all, if you believed that a dad had never spoken to
Right.
his son about his job, who the fuck are you in the first
Right.
place?
He didn't check in with them for
Right.
years. Come on.
Right.
Oh, I'll
What
just
we
take
know-
Joe at his word on that one. What?
We know his son got hired so he could potentially influence the government. Why else would the fuck would they hire him? Right? We know that.
Obviously.
Whether that's Joe Biden's fault or not.
It was
who
for
knows,
that.
but-
Well, it was two parts. It was for that, and also because they wanted him to like throw the company parties.
Yeah, he's
Like,
fun at parties.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a lot of fun at parties. So it's the influence and the partying. Yeah.
Whether Joe Biden did anything about it, that's what's a question. So anyway, that would be the smoking gun information. And the Post claims that they got these emails from none other than the world's best lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, who claims that he got the emails from a copy of a hard drive that was given to him by, wait for it, a random computer repair shop owner in Wilmington, Delaware, named John Paul
Whoa.
Isaac. Who gave this hard drive, a copy of the hard drive, to Giuliani's attorneys for some reason. Okay.
Yeah. And the FBI, who
and
are
the FBI
investigating
seized it.
Yeah.
So according to the New York Post, Giuliani, according to the New York Post and Giuliani, there was also reportedly a 12-minute sex tape on the hard drive of Hunter smoking crack and banging.
Maybe two sex tapes.
That sounds believable.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
That's on brand.
Well, that's for sure. I mean, look, everything in this report is pretty. If you've read about Hunter in the past, like this is like you're like, yep, that's his wheelhouse. Like this is what he does.
Hunter Biden's a lot like Tucker Max. Remember that guy?
Well, he's 60, but he parties like he's 17.
I hope they serve crack in hell.
It's just Dan Sabarian or whatever the fuck his name was.
Right, except he's like an older version. He's been doing it forever. Yeah. How old is Hunter? Like 58?
I don't know. Some of the photos from the hard drive though are awesome. Like he's
50.
drug addict ripped.
50.
You know, like skinny.
Oh wait, can we get the picture up?
And he's
Bubba, toss the pics up.
He's got like his shirt open and a cowboy hat on.
Look at that.
And,
the link,
or not a cowboy
LinkedIn,
hat, but
Facebook, Instagram, Craigslist.
The Craigslist one is sad. The crack pipe one is just sad.
Who took the picture of him asleep
A
next
mean
to a
girlfriend.
A prostitute.
Yeah.
Photo guys of Hunter asleep on what looks to be like a hotel pillow with a crack pipe in his mouth.
Oh,
Clearly
man.
staged
Put it
in
in
his
there.
mouth. Clearly
That's-
staged in his
That's
mouth.
tough.
He also lots of sig pics. Hunter's a big time sig pic guy. Loves the sig selfie.
Well,
if you're
he's
from his
probably
generation.
drunk. Yeah, when he gets the cigs in his mouth like that, you can tell that he's drunk. And when you're drunk, sometimes you get like to be sociable. So he's just
Sig selfie time.
sig selfies.
I've got a few of those selfie drunk sig pics on my phone.
Yeah, the Facebook picture looks like Wes's favorite picture to take when he's drunk. When he's drunk.
Exactly.
Trying to
That's-
figure out how his phone works again.
That is my
Funny you
jam.
say that, but now that you mention it, I've definitely.
We have a bunch of those.
I've seen those from Wes.
From Wes.
before.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's why I feel sorry for him because I know where he's
Yeah,
at.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
You should get him on the recovery pod, man.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be great.
Back to the story. So, if you ask me, the whole thing sounds fishy as shit, but that's only one part of this two-part story. We'll get back to that. More to come on that. So, at 10:10 a.m. on Wednesday, Andy Stone, who's the spokesperson for Facebook, tweeted this. He said, well, I will intentionally not link to the New York Post. He's referring to that article. I want to be clear that this story is eligible to be fact-checked by Facebook's third-party fact-checking partners. So that's good. That's good. In the meantime, we are reducing its distribution on our platform. And that was a big-time tweet.
So does Andy work for Twitter? Is that
No,
That's
Facebook.
Facebook.
He's
Andy
saying
works
that
for
on
Facebook?
Twitter about Facebook. Yeah.
Now, Twitter, on the other hand, completely banned the ability to post links to that New York Post article at all.
That was freaky. Watch the
displaying an error
videos.
message.
Watch the videos of the failed tweet. That's crazy.
So the big issue, the reason this was such a huge issue, right, is because Stone is saying this article has not yet been checked by the third-party fact checkers, right? Which is really cool.
So
that
how
Facebook
do you
has. We'll
how do
get
you
into
how
that.
do you ban something that hasn't been fact checked?
Well, it's not banned. It's limiting the distribution. So
It's censored. It's censored.
Censored.
Well, it's
Censored.
I don't think it's
censored.
legally censorship.
Censorship.
on Twitter.
This is
well,
censorship.
On Twitter, it was banned.
It was
right?
censored. Yeah. Yeah, you
Well,
couldn't. It
it's
said
not-
tweet
it's not
failed.
removable.
You tried to put the link in the tweet. You tried to press send, and tweet failed. That's censorship. Or
Twitter, yes.
not allowing you to post.
Right.
And then-
Facebook, tomato. They said they're limiting it or reducing
Well,
it, whatever.
admitting
But
to
Twitter,
censorship, yeah.
Twitter wouldn't even let you tweet the link at all. Like
Right.
the link was blocked completely, which is
They're in phase 1 of what they did to the QAnon on Facebook right now.
It's total censorship.
Which, by the way,
by Facebook.
this would have been a huge day for the QAnon people. How furious are they that they can't be on Facebook right now?
It would have been a storm.
Yeah.
Is this the final epoch or whatever it is? Like, what's the
a wave of Qs on
how
Facebook?
does the prophecy read?
Can't
What does
type
the
cabal
scroll
fast
say?
enough.
You know they're so mad on Parler right now that they can't be on Facebook today.
Yeah, and well, I think you're right. I'm looking at the actual definition of censorship. It's obviously censorship in the colloquial term way, but it's a suppression or prohibition of any parts of books, films, news, etc. So yeah,
They censored the New York Post.
Yeah.
Both platforms.
suppression, right? Because it's not deletion; it's just suppression. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so Twitter, on the other hand, banned it completely. You would get an error message if you try to tweet it. Stone, who works for Facebook, followed up, clarifying his tweet about Facebook limiting the reach of the article with a link to a Facebook blog post from 2019 explaining how Facebook are combating false information going into the 2020 election. And the tweet said, "This is part of our standard process to reduce the spread of misinformation. We temporarily reduce distribution pending fact checker review." So
he's already like scrambling because he's like, "Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I fucked up. What do I say? What do I say?"
Well, it's way more complicated than that. It's way more complicated than that. All these systems.
Is it?
They were
It's a big company. He made a mistake, and then he's like trying to explain his way out of it.
Okay, he didn't make a mistake. He's the spokesperson. But what I'm saying is these systems were in place. So this has happened before. This is not the first time it's happened. So it wasn't like him fucking up. Well, let's get into exactly what the process is that Facebook does, right? So they have the third-party fact-checking system, right? And per the Facebook blog, this is what they said in 2019 on the blog that said essentially that they would do this and could do this. We are also working to take faster action to prevent misinformation from going viral, especially given that quality reporting and fact-checking takes time. In many countries, including the U.S., if we have signals that a piece of content is false, we temporarily reduce its distribution pending review by a third-party fact checker. So the big issue here, guys, is the signals, right? That a piece of content is false, and no one outside of Facebook knows what those signals are whatsoever.
Well, it appears that it's when a lot of conservatives tweet it or post it.
Yeah. Time out. That's what I'm saying, Pat. Is there anything in your research that shows that it's false?
Yeah, yes. I guess it's nothing that overtly shows that it's false, but we'll get into like what it is. It smells like shit.
Okay, so let's say that Facebook.
Those are real pictures of Hunter.
I can't all
Partying,
smell
right?
like shit.
Oh no,
Let's-
that's true. But whether
Yeah.
here, I'll give you an example. So a thing went viral recently about Joe Biden wearing an earpiece, right? That was false, and Facebook suppressed it.
Well, but this is totally different.
It seems like that. If anything at all was false, it's the email only. The video of Hunter, the pictures of Hunter, that's Hunter. That's him.
It's him.
So
Agreed.
So that's not like a deep fake. That's Hunter. So potentially the Joe Biden email.
Maybe the email was
maybe
fake.
not. No, but I haven't heard anything that definitively says it's not. And then. Okay with Facebook, kind of okay, but we'll see if they stop
Well,
reducing
censorship.
it. But what about
They're
Twitter?
deciding what's true
Twitter
and not.
banned it. Twitter fucking banned an article from the New York Post.
I didn't get into, and that's what everyone was saying. Like, so the New York Post is the largest and publication with the most prestige that's ever been censored in this way. There was
Started by
New York
Alexander Hamilton.
A New York Post journalist did start the false viral situation that Biden had an earpiece.
Another win for Burr.
But it wasn't through the Post.
You think
I didn't get into
Giuliani
Twitter's
set
policy.
himself up like this? I mean, with Giuliani, he can get sued for something
Well,
like this,
Giuliani,
right?
but Giuliani, we know firsthand that Giuliani can be tricked on this type of stuff. We know this. We've seen evidence from a friend that like he tends to believe
He's
things
accessible.
That are yes, he's accessible and he tends
is
to believe
accessible.
things that you send him. So we know this.
Yes.
But
If Giuliani is involved, it's not Giuliani getting tricked. It's Giuliani setting it up. And let me get to that part.
Or
of it.
being
So
used by whoever dropped the hard drive
Used,
off at the
potentially.
Delaware.
Correct.
There's a
Yes.
conspiracy potentially like big time here when you think about how this information got out.
Well, sure, but who cares if it's real information? It's real information. It doesn't matter. It's like well, you know, it doesn't like if it gets out. It's like WikiLeaks or whatever. Like, well, if it's out, it's out.
Right. So the reason is like, okay, it seems like bullshit, like that Giuliani leaked this information, how it got to Giuliani. And again, we don't know what the signals are that Facebook uses to suppress. Real quick on their fact checkers, they use 4 to 5 nonpartisan third-party organizations one of them called AFP, one of them called the IFCN Code of Principles. And those guys, for example, have 83 signatories that are fact-checking signatories. If they determine something's false, they don't take it off the internet.
They just do that after they've already censored you.
Facebook's been censoring for a long time. We used to have a meme page that got censored all the time.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It was too offensive.
It was called getting zucked, and all the memers were scared of it. Everybody was scared of it. You always have to abide by Zuck's ethics because Zuckerberg knows best. You know, that's just the way that the fucking social media works.
Yeah, I equate it to like they have like and it might be Zuckerberg, but they have like a Wizard of Oz type character behind the curtain who's like the moral police, and you know, like
or whoever does it at Jack's office. I don't know.
Same with Twitter, and they're like, oh no, this is not good. If this gets to the masses, it will corrupt their stupid little minds.
Thank you for protecting
us. That is
you wise men, you generous men with your wise brains.
We know best,
making us so much more educated.
We can sit there and Patrick Henry all day. We can Patrick Henry all day, and that's what we believe. But it's not black and fucking white because there was Russian interference in our goddamn election. In
paid for it to Zuckerberg. He sold them the data.
But what I'm saying,
he sold Cambridge Analytica the data.
He got breached.
Every human in this big pot of soup that we live in, right? But, even the dumb ones, the smart ones, the media literate ones, the ones that are illiterate in the media, they all vote and control our collective future. So that's the bigger problem here. It's like that dummies do buy in false information.
So you like the Wizard of Oz?
I don't know the answer. Right. I don't know the answer, but fake news
it sounds
is
like
the
Facebook
problem.
Yeah, I agree. It is absolutely. I think that Facebook.
Selective censorship is too.
May have been okay here if they're following their protocols.
I don't know.
I don't think Twitter did the right thing by blocking the link to a New York Post article.
They got to figure something else out.
That's
they got to figure something else out.
And what Twitter did is crazy. Yeah.
Josh Hawley, the junior senator from Missouri, got really pissed and took the time from not working towards the second stimulus bill to write a letter to Mark Zuckerberg asking questions. He also tweeted.
Well, Pelosi already said we're not getting it, so.
I know. I'm just busting all of Congress's balls. Next week, when the Senate returns, we should vote on my bill allowing Americans to sue #Big Tech for censorship and unfair treatment. Quick note, in the past, Zuckerberg said he does not want to be the arbiter of truth when it comes to political issues. Okay.
But he does now.
I want to move to the end of this story, but real quick, the whole Biden laptop situation, it smells like shit. The owner of the repair shop did an hour-long interview in his shop with the Daily Beast. I listened to the whole thing, and that guy is lying. Why the fuck would a random computer shop owner go to Rudy Giuliani with a hard drive? He kept flip-flopping back and forth whether it was Hunter Biden that dropped the hard drive off himself, then saying, I couldn't identify who it was because of a medical condition, but I knew it was Hunter Biden because it had a both Biden Foundation sticker.
I think we can agree there was a malicious intent when they found the hard drive. But
sure, somebody wanted to get those pics out to the internet.
Someone figured out how to steal Hunter Biden's hard drive.
He's also being coached, and he can't remember.
There might have been a crime committed, but it's him.
This guy's so fucked. Reporters have been in and out of his computer shop all day. He was saying that he thought the Bidens were going to kill him. That's why he went to Rudy Giuliani.
Well, the FBI is now involved, so
yes,
we'll
the
see
FBI has
someone's going to get in trouble for stealing Hunter Biden's hard drive. But
all right,
but it's Hunter Biden.
I mean, are they though? Like,
this guy is going down. It's not going to be Giuliani or whoever. Still, it's this fucking pawn rube that is. He's going
Poor
down,
bastard.
bro.
Yeah,
we'll see how it all plays out.
If you don't want to get in trouble, guys, maybe you should check out our sponsor, Lightstream. Because if you're like most people, you have credit card debt, and that can create a lot of trouble for you. Problems like the owner of this computer shop repair place in Wilmington, Delaware. Anyway, if you got a big balance on your credit card with a high interest rate and you want to get it down, then you just turn to Lightstream. They offer credit card consolidation loans from 5.95% APR with auto pay and excellent credit. The rate is fixed, so it'll never go up over the lifetime of the loan, which is not fucking true of every other credit card. If you ever had one, they will screw you. The application's 100% online, so you don't need to talk to any awkward people in the bank, which I hate doing. You don't have to leave your house. You can get a loan from $5K to $100K, no fees. You can even get funds as soon as the day you apply. So if you're getting screwed by credit card debt right now, don't do it. Why are you doing it? This is smart. Get in there, get a Lightstream credit card consolidation loan. They believe that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. I will be out of credit card debt next week, I hope, for the first time in my life, and part of that is from Lightstream.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Part of that's from Lightstream, guys.
Congratulations.
They gave me a fatty that helped knock down my 25, 22, and 18% credit card interest rate loan. Fucking sucks. And guys, if you want some additional rate discount, you can get it if you go to lightstream.com/factor. This is a special promo for listeners of the show, the Heart of Hive members. You want to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's LIGHTSTREAM.com/factor. Quick disclaimer, subject to credit approval. Rate includes a 0.50 auto pay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more info.
Wes, how sweet of a rate did they get you? Or they got?
I'm still waiting to get a reply, to be honest with you. So
we are waiting with bated breath, Lightstream.
I
We're
will let you
excited
know.
to see
I
how
don't
low.
wanna lie about it. I'm going to be honest with it about it. So
Live test. Can't ask for any better marketing than that. All right, let's move on to what's happening tonight, because there was supposed to be a presidential debate tonight, Thursday, October 15th, but instead it's just town halls. So you guys know how they canceled the debate and then Biden scheduled a town hall immediately. Well, that was on ABC. And then because, network TV loves ratings and they love to get, advertisements, NBC was like, you know what? Maybe Trump would like to do a town hall on the same night. So they offered Trump a town hall.
Dueling town halls.
Thereby canceling each other out and making them essentially effectively pointless, because you can only if you're on
that's
pointless as
well,
shit
that's
now.
the left is saying that, yes,
Just
for the
take
most
it
part.
on different days so the voters can pay attention.
I don't know why. I think it's because Biden was there first, so it only seems to be the left who's upset that they're at the same time. But yeah, essentially that's the reaction. What we just had.
Whoever gets the highest Nielsen rating is going to win the election. They're just going to base it off that. Whoever gets the highest
Right. I don't think it's actually. I don't think it's a big deal. I think
we're not
it's
even
actually
having a vote this year.
Yeah, it's kind of good. It's another way to see who can outdo who, just in a different forum. It's they were going to be on the same stage. Now they're on different stages. Who's gonna up the ante? Who's gonna put the asses in seats? Anyhow, you can watch it fucking everywhere. ABC obviously is the network that Biden's on. NBC is the network that Trump's on. They both start at 8 p.m.
So what do the other networks do, like
Eastern?
C-SPAN and
They'll be sucking. Well, so check. I was thinking about this. All the other networks had the debate scheduled, right? Because they essentially give the debate stream away for free.
Right, but this isn't a government.
No,
these are
I know.
network hosted events. So
what I'm saying, Will, is it would make sense if ABC was gonna do the debate and NBC wasn't, to fill that chunk of time, but every network was going to do the debate. So
now it's proprietary to ABC and NBC. So we're going to have all of us are going to have to be rocking dual screens. It's going to be, for political nerds, it's the first time ever you're going to have dual screens up like a sports fan to watch live streaming.
Pray for us tonight. We're going to be watching both at the same time.
Yeah, both town halls probably is what I'm going to go laptop and computer. What are you guys doing?
I'm just going to watch Trump's because it's going to be
I'm
more
exciting. I'm going to start watching both, and then I'm probably just going to drink and stop watching both.
Yeah, I think I might watch the first 10 minutes of Trump's and switch over to Biden's for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to stop watching them all together.
I'm going to watch Cam's live tweeting of it on BNN. That's what
definitely follow Hard Factor News and Barstool News Network. We're going to be putting shit out. I don't know if we're going to do a stream or whatever, but probably not, because it's two different networks, but we'll at least be tweeting and shit. Ratings predictions, boys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think for the ratings? NBC or ABC?
This is a tough one.
I mean, tie?
I
think it's going to be a tie, basically.
I believe NBC is probably the more watched network in general, and Trump's more exciting. So I think that there's probably more Democrats on this planet and more registered voters that are Democrats, hence the popular vote on predicted bet.
But will they watch Trump?
I think more people will watch Trump.
They'll watch Trump, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it overlapping with football game?
Nah. Wait. Yes. Hold on.
That means the Dems will have a higher rating.
No, but a lot of the Republicans banned the NFL because of the kneeling.
Yeah, there's no NFL game, but there is a college football game tomorrow night.
Thank you, Bubba. Who's
playing
it's like
Georgia State, Arkansas State.
Oh shit! So no football overlap then.
Exactly.
That hurts Trump though.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if the Georgia State, Arkansas is that watched.
A little south there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
small hit for him.
Yeah. I don't know who's going to win the ratings. What about mentions? I think I like Buy American because it's the only thing that both candidates preach. The only thing that's on both platforms that they always talk about is Buy American, bringing manufacturing jobs back to America.
Pretty sure Donald Trump's going to bring up Hunter Biden.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. How do you think he's going to do it, though? You think he's going to say, like...
Gotta call him a loser. What a loser.
Ukraine is a hot button to
I think Trump is going to say ratings 100 times because this
ratings
is essentially get ready for the next 2 or 3 weeks. This is Trump's dream because Trump's going to get better ratings just because he's a TV guy. It's what he does. He's way more exciting than Biden, and then he's gonna stand on that leg until the election.
We're never going to hear the end of it if Trump gets higher ratings. Never.
And that is what the plan is. Beav, you are correct. He's basically asked his team to set up 2 to 3 rallies per day. Leading up to the election, and he just wants to basically travel airport to airport doing his ratings it up. So that is the plan.
I want to be rallying 26 hours a day.
Right, yeah, and so we'll see how that plays out. I haven't heard much from the Biden camp about what exactly the plan is. I think they do these town halls, but it's more of like a relaxed pace.
I think what the Biden campaign is trying to do is speed up time.
Right, if November 3rd could just be here.
Yeah,
right.
Their plan is to make time go fast.
Yeah, they have a huge gaggle of interns just running as far as fast east as they
treadmills.
Can. Just like hamsters in a wheel, like connected to like a giant, like a grandfather clock. They're just trying all these experiments to speed up time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got a lot of work on their hands between now and I hear it's like it's like 450 hours until election day. So.
Ooh.
Hold on to your fucking butts, boys. A lot of TV to watch, including those 2 town halls tonight, and then the debates in the future and all the football, of course. And it's a good thing because we have our insanely comfortable Mack Weldon sweatpants to watch this TV in, boys. Seriously, the most comfortable pants I've probably ever worn.
Son of a bitch.
And it's also like the only like presentable sweatpant that I've ever like worn. I feel like you could wear these out and like people don't look at you like you're a slob wearing.
Oh, my wife made me take them off before dinner last night. She's like, I don't want you wiping your hands on those. Those are outdoor pants.
Yeah, exactly. The first sweatpant I could confidently just wear out anywhere and be like, oh, I'm not underdressed. They offer a wide variety of fabrics, not just the sweatpants. They got the rain jackets, everything else, styles, every layer of clothes, underwear, socks, whatever you could possibly need. And one thing that Wes mentioned yesterday, which is very true, a very slimming brand. It's a brand that's going to make you look, I'd say, about 20 pounds lighter if you're as fat as me, compared to what I look like in a baggy tee. So it's very sharp stuff. For 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon.com/factor and enter promo code FACTOR. Again, for 20% off your first order, visit MackWeldon, MackWeldon.com/factor and enter promo code FACTOR at checkout.
Nice. All right, let's take it to the lightning round. Guys, one of the worst things in life is getting a bad score on something like a test, a bad, embarrassing score, and then everyone finding out about it. Like, I don't know. I used to, hide my bad scores with my hand when the teacher would pass it out. It's embarrassing, right?
There's some teachers that, flip them down, and some teachers that flip them up and show the score, and you're, looking around at all the low scores. Yeah.
How do you come to that
styles
decision?
of management.
Yeah.
Come to the decision what to be a up or a down?
Up or down flipper, yeah.
You're just a dick or you're not.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the people that judge the harshest are up flippers.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably be. I'd probably go down. I'd want to be an up though, but oh boy, maybe I'd do up once in a while.
Well, you are a tough love guy. It's whether you're tough love or soft love. You're a tough love guy.
You're no gold stars guy.
I am no gold stars, but at the same time, I would feel bad if there was an F kid and I was just always upping him in his face.
What if a teacher had a style
be a
of
D kid?
What if a teacher had a style of upping the good ones and downing the other ones, so you just knew?
you knew
anyways. Yeah.
You can usually tell by the kid's face anyway, but
or how clean their clothes are.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, imagine if your whole life depended, your future depended on the score, and everyone found out. Bub, I want to bring Bub on. Bubba is our intern. He's also a law student along with our other intern, Cam. Oh, Cam's here too.
Hey, nice. we got two law students.
Awesome. 2 law students. Cam, unmute yourself.
So we got two law students. So guys, I don't know if you heard about this, but the dean of the University of South Carolina Law School, Dean William Hubbard, he got excited that 82% of his law students passed the bar. So he wanted to share the good news. He thought that the email that he received was just like, hey, here's how your students did, and he forwarded it to everyone, but he didn't know that email included the scores, including the failing scores. So everyone that was in his law school found out who passed and who failed. And I just want to know how you guys feel about that. What's the the ethical standard when it comes to the bar? Like, obviously this guy's the kids that didn't pass. It's a stain for life, right? Like they're now the kids that didn't pass the bar the first time.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, there's some states that do where they release a whole list and you can see like all your classmates that are on it and all your classmates that aren't on it. I think some states do where they just send, you passed and that's it. But that's tough. I mean, I still waiting to take the bar in February, and I couldn't imagine just like having my whole school know that I was the one kid that failed, especially since there's only like 5 of us taking the February bar. That'd be
you can't be friends with those people anymore, right?
No.
By the same token, though, like even if this letter got released, like at my school, we had a girl who was a third year in her last year, and then the next year, all of a sudden, she was just hanging around in the library. Like you can kind of connect the dots on the non-bar passers, anyways. But
right.
And especially with social media now, everybody's always posting like the picture of the list, or they're posting like I passed, and you have a couple friends that are social media like heavy, but not on that day.
You said you're taking the bar this February, Bubba. When are you taking the bar, Cameron? Did you already take it?
Next spring.
Next spring.
Right. So,
if you've ever had anyone in your life ever that's taken the bar, you know what I'm talking about, because they will tell you that they're taking the bar like every fucking day, and like everything that you try to talk to them about, it somehow comes around to them taking the goddamn bar. Like, you want to hang out? Like, no, man, I'm taking the bar in 3 years, so I can't. The fucking bar.
What is the bar?
You said you have cancer?
The bar exam.
No, I know.
Carter,
no,
the bar.
I'm already crafting an automated message for when you request late night videos. That's just going to say,
how hard is this shit, really?
Yeah, when Pat wants you to do a video of him. What is it? Like, how long is it? Like, what is it?
Pat, I'd answer your question, but I'm taking the bar in a couple months. So, but seriously, it's actually like, I mean, from what I understand about it, it's usually like a multi-day, super like 8 or 10 hours a day, very rigorous deal. States have been modifying it and making it shorter for COVID. So a lot of the people that took it this year have been getting off easy, kind of.
But I know so many idiots that are lawyers.
But
Okay.
Me too.
what is
I mean,
it?
it's not like
Does
I think
it
you
ask
have
you
to
to
have
explain certain cases, the rulings and stuff? Like what?
So it's
what
more
style
like-
of test is? It's not multiple choice, right? It's
Well, there is multiple choice.
Okay.
There's multiple choice. There's essay.
okay.
A lot of it is like it's applying the law, as opposed to like what we did in law school of just like reciting cases from fact patterns and working from there. It's a mix of that, and it's also
So there's like one correct way to apply the law. So like whoever creates the bar exam that year, it's like a justice, Supreme Court justice or something.
Well,
Like,
no.
I
So
think-
that's
sorry,
actually the
Bubba.
problem
I think
in some states is like there are states that'll have like a full board of people that create questions, but like a state like Tennessee has practitioners created. So like if you're writing a question about like a criminal law and you're a criminal attorney, you get to do that. But as it goes down the list of the pool of questions to ask, you can have like someone who's privy in like IP writing a question about civil litigation that has nothing to do with what they do. So like it could get fucked like that, or it's
sounds fun.
yeah.
So we didn't want to tell you guys this, but we decided that whoever gets the highest score on the bar gets a full-time job on Hard Factor,
Nice.
and the other guy just gets to go make a lot more money being a lawyer. But
Right. What really happens is whoever gets the lowest score can stay with us. Whoever gets the highest score, have a great life.
Yeah, exactly. No, but you guys can we make? I'll put you on the spot. Can we make a competition like compare the
Figure
scores?
something out. We
Yeah,
are taking
let's
the bar
do
in
it.
the
Is it the same state? Are you taking the bar in the
we're
same
taking
state?
the same state, yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Oh yes.
Cam
definitely
Cam
gotta
had
have
a
competition.
4.6 in high school. Bubba.
Dude, yeah, Cam's way smarter than I am. Like,
Yeah, Cam went to an Ivy League
should not be
school. You went to a shithead football school like
Dartmouth.
You can
Wait.
do it, Bubba.
Look,
Uh,
it's similar to a lesser extent in like the certifications in professional, like any
yeah.
profession.
Fair
It's like it's not as long. The bar is obviously like the king of certifications, but like CPAs, same shit. Like anybody
Right.
who's got to get a certification for their work, you go to these classes, and then you kind of know who passes and who doesn't.
Those
based
are a lot
on
of multiple
who moves
choice,
on to
though.
the next
There's not a lot of
phase
not a lot of essays in those.
Right.
I'm
Usually
taking
multiple choice.
I'm taking the NFL PA's agents exam whenever they decide to reschedule that, and like
Nice.
that's kind of the ones where you're just paying for the certification. I mean, there's like 80 people that take it a year, and I haven't ever heard of someone not passing it. Knock on wood. You know?
NFL is big business.
Bubba, you're planning on cleaning up the streets, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Be a
I'm gonna run for
prosecutor?
president after it all. I was wanting to be a prosecutor, but now sports came along, and that seems like a better path for me.
Okay, so you wanted to be a prosecutor, so you wanted to be on the other side. Then it sounds like.
Yeah,
If
I've
you're
worked in
defense.
prosecution before. One of actually a Heart of High member who I've worked with, shout out Morgan Hagel. We worked together in the Tuscaloosa DA's office, and that's honestly the most fun work you can do.
Top
It's
cop.
not the most rewarding. You don't get that much money for doing it, but you see
Isn't
some
it like
shit.
grueling and not rewarding?
Yeah, I mean, like you feel good about it, I guess, but also like being someone like me who's watched people get locked up for a grab of weed, like it sucks at sometimes.
Well, it's tough on both sides because you could be defending a guy that you probably think did it, right? But you still have to defend them, right? Is that how it works on the defense side?
Yeah. When I've interviewed for defense firms, I've been asked like questions about my morality and how I feel about things like that. And working at the prosecutor's office for 2 years kind of like fucked me up on answering those questions.
I've seen the devil's advocate. He gets in trouble. He gets in trouble when he lets his morals get in there.
They took my ovaries.
All right.
Just to play that.
We're gonna have to get this contest going.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about the
all
contest.
for it. Let's do
I'm
it.
just gonna commit a crime, and you guys, one of you can prosecute me, and one of you can defend me. How about
That'll be
Yeah,
the
you gotta
last
wait,
test.
though.
that? Yeah.
That's the last
Yeah.
test of the
All right, wait.
contest.
All right.
In the state of Georgia, third-year students can be practicing attorneys. So maybe one of you guys come down here, commit a petty crime in the jurisdiction.
What if
Get
we just
started
go
with the contest.
purposely
Dude.
commit crimes in Atlanta, and
that
then
would be fantastic content.
you guys could compete to see who can get us the least charge?
That's amazing. Yeah, let's do that.
that'd be
Let's do
great.
that. All right, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on committing crimes in Atlanta.
All right, boys. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for everything you do.
Absolutely.
So that was that story. So he sent it to everyone. He says it was an accident. He deeply regrets it. Blah blah blah. But yeah, you're not supposed to do that. And
No,
I mean,
that's not nice.
I guess when you don't pass the bar, you probably just secretly take it again.
No, you
That's
just take
what
it.
Cam was saying. You,
That's
know,
it.
you-
It's a-
you just go to the library and don't
Right.
tell anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the same thing as saying like at work, like at certification, it's the same thing
Yeah.
you see. It's like
Yeah.
you see the people. It's like, okay, I don't have to go to the class anymore, but these
Right.
people have to go to the class.
I imagine when it's public information though, and you're not secretly like, then it's probably messes with your head a little more. You know?
Oh no, it messes. It
Yeah.
messes. No. It messes with your head in any situation,
Right.
even when it's secret and people still
Right.
know. There's still like this like shame of like, oh, I didn't pat. Like it's awkward no matter what, whether
It's
you get it
tough.
on accident or not.
That's tough.
It's like what's that movie? The football movie with Vanderbeek, where he becomes the quarterback. Like when you don't pass the bar, like
Varsity Blues?
Yeah, Varsity Blues. Like you didn't pass the bar.
Yeah.
he did
You're
pass
you're
the
stuck
bar.
in Texas forever.
Yeah,
you're
second
never
string.
playing college
You're
ball.
You're,
string.
you're second
Yeah.
string lawyer.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time to talk about the best part of the news, and that's the ability to gamble on it. You can do that with us if you go to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, and if you go there and create a first-time account and deposit at least 20 bones, we'll give you free 20 bones on the house. How about that?
40 bones.
That's 40 bones right there. You can do more than 20. Some people deposit like 1,000 on their first thing. We get
We were joking today. Instead of bones, what if you had partisan dollars? So you had like resistance bucks or like freedom dollars. Like the RNC like and DNC had their
That's
own.
kind of what
currency.
Andrew Yang was talking about. He's like, give everyone $100 and they can use it as resistance bucks or GOP bucks to like.
Yeah, I liked how his was
fund
a unifying name.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We were just joking. Like, what if cons and libs had their own currency? That'd be funny.
It's unified, guys. The market I like today is how many votes in the 2020 U.S. presidential election. And Bubba, you can throw up the graphics whenever. Let's see. I like the highest band here. If you guys are looking at it, so like I like 160 million or more. It's hard to see, but 160 million or more voters is the highest band at 30 cents. That's like a
for turnout. Nice.
plus 225 for overall voters in the U.S. this year for the election. So that's a lot, 160 million. But last election in 2016 was like 138 to 140 million. So you'd have to get about 20 million more than 2016. But let me tell you why I think that's going to happen. One, every celebrity in the world is showing their dicks and clits to get people to vote. So that's, working. In Texas alone, 1.8 million newly registered voters since 2016. We have an all-time record of registered voters in the state of Texas. In Travis County, where 3 of your boys live, in Austin, they have a reported 97% of the residents registered to vote. That's 97% of 850,000 people in the city of Austin.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So that's happening in every state. I've seen it in a lot of other states too.
Talk about Ohio, where
Georgia, Ohio quadrupled.
Ohio triple already the votes from 2016.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that's happening all the fuck over the place. And guys, some people are getting 3 to 4 ballots. So hammer the 160 million plus. It's easy money, I think. And if I'm right, I'm gonna more than double up. If you think I'm right, go ahead and follow me. If you don't think I'm right, you can fade me. But you got to go to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, create an account, and deposit at least $20 and get a free 20.
The only reason to fade you there is if you're supremely confident that like a lot of mail ballots won't
will
be
not
counted.
make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be over 160.
Yeah. Especially with as early as people are sending them in.
Yeah.
It seems like higher would be the
like
better
that.
bet. Yeah.
All right, guys. If you thought we had it bad with the occasional seagull snatching your sandwich or a pesky raccoon rummaging through your garbage at night, think again. We should really be thanking our lucky stars. How would you like to have your sunglasses snatched off your face or your wallet ripped from your bag at any second? That's the problem that one city in Thailand faces, is they are being completely overrun with they're called crab-eating macaques. For all they know, the monkeys, they might have herpes
Jesus.
too. Like
They gave them an intimidating preface
crab
to the name.
eaters?
Crab eating.
They look just like they're small little macaques. They just, but they don't even.
But they eat crabs?
They eat whatever the tourists are feeding them at this point.
Well, then why are they called the crab-eating macaques?
That's
To
just
scare people?
That's just the their genus, I guess, their like name, like blue macaque,
genus.
the crab eating macaque. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, not their genus, but you know what I mean. So the city of Lapburi kind of asked for this monkey problem. They built this temple back in the 13th century. It was a Hindu shrine converted to a Buddhist temple, but now it's literally called the Monkey Temple because they've overtaken it. But the monkeys are basically little gremlins. They rip off car windshield wipers. They steal from shop owners. They break into houses. It's ruining people's lives in this city, and COVID has made it this worse with the lack of tourists feeding these things, like New York City park squirrels. They're now forced to compete, which caused an all-out gang war back in March between the 3 main gangs of monkeys over some milk this guy was bringing in town. And Bubba, if you want to play the monkey video,
Monkey.
yeah, it's insane.
Was there a man in the middle of that?
We did this story when Wes was in rehab, right? I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
I didn't want to say anything. I was doing
that
some.
he got out of rehab, and
I was
Oh,
doing
he
some
did? He
rehab.
did?
I was doing some rehab goofing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like they're all like
the
they took
movie
over.
theater
They took
gets
over the
shut
movie
down,
theater.
right? Yeah,
they
yeah,
took over
movie theater.
They took over like the theater. Yeah,
That's what comes next?
No. Well, I don't know what it's gotten. It's basically
It's escalated.
Still a
We
From
threw
the
him
movie
off.
You
theater.
guys can tell it. You already
We
did
threw
it.
him off.
still a problem.
I think that like they all like they even get the carcasses of their own and they like stack them up in this theater like it's like a graveyard where all.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
theater place.
Yeah,
I don't know about the movie theater. But,
Well, so so what else is happening besides that
nothing-
video you just showed us?
Nothing. Well, now that people that like are all wanting to save the monkeys because they revere them. I think they're like the representation.
Yeah,
of
this is the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like I was saying I was saying that they should just get rid of these things.
Yeah, I picked
But-
this before we wrote.
I think they're kind
Well,
of.
no, we
Yeah.
thought it was
No.
we thought it was maybe a different city. I think.
No, I was purposely graciously letting you go with it.
Oh, you really? You were
Cool.
just being mean. Okay.
Yeah, I was just being a dick. Yeah. He was so excited about it.
Just
I
letting
wanted,
Wes
I wanted
run
him
with
to,
it.
I wanted him to read about the monkeys. So.
I'm glad I know about it now.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome. The
You
monkeys
know
are
this was a
still.
repeat?
Oh yeah. The
Did you guys know they have
It
a
could have been
buffet
on
for 'em?
radio. I don't know. It could have been.
No,
on
I
radio.
didn't know they were called crab-eating macaques. Also, to add to this story, Wes, so you know, they were piling their dead inside a movie theater, like Mark
Yeah.
was saying. So,
Which is cool.
but then, like you said, there's the debate about whether to get rid of them or not. I say they're disgusting because they're piling their dead inside a movie theater.
They
But-
were also like starting to get like diabetes because they're eating junk food. Like there's a couple towns, but the ones they were eating like they ran out because there's no tourists because of COVID. So like
Yeah.
the tourists would always like come and feed them fruit, and they would stay healthy.
That's why they're terrorizing
They buy
the
fruit
locals
from market,
now.
and now
Okay.
the locals are like boarding up shop, and there's no tourists, so they're just stealing like Cheetos and shit, like all this junk
yeah.
food, and they're dying of diabetes, and then they're piling up the dead in the theater. Yeah.
Well, also they're also banging at twice the rate because the
Yes.
sugary drinks
Yes. And in
allow
front of
them to
people.
have.
Whoa.
They
Yes.
allow them to have two babies a year instead of just one because
Yeah.
they're all amped up on these sugar drinks and they've
It's
got
a mess.
a lot of food. Yeah,
Perfect
It's
storm.
a whole mess over there with the crab eating macaques.
Pat's
It's like
not
a
impressed.
biological,
That's quiet today.
biological natural disaster.
Yeah, it's crazy. They should just
Crazy.
get rid of them. All right. Well, I'm glad we got to revisit that story.
We'll tell it to you again in a couple months. All right, the top nerds in the world are at it again, guys. And this time they are trying to contact a parallel universe by creating a black hole right here on Earth. I mean, fuck it, why not? There's no chance a single parallel universe is having a worse year than this universe. Out of the infinite combinations, I'm pretty sure that there is none worse. So go ahead, open up a black hole here, and let's get into it, right?
Sounds dangerous.
It is dangerous, Will. So the scientists in Geneva, Switzerland, which I'm pretty sure is synonymous with residents of Geneva, Switzerland, are firing back up the Large Hadron Collider, aka the Atom Smasher. You can throw in the pictures whenever. The same device that found the God particle in 2012, the Higgson, whatever the fuck it's called, that won him
This
like the
thing
Nobel
is like
Prize.
it's the Stranger
Yeah.
Things machine. They're literally
Yeah.
creating
Yep.
the Stranger Things like wormhole into the upside down.
Funny you mention that, Will, because apparently these dweebs have been hard at work and never ever have seen a single movie ever. Watch Event Horizon for me one time, guys. Like any
Oh yeah,
movie.
good point. Event
The Large
Horizon.
Hadron Collider is the plot vehicle for the demise of many a universe in several great films. But let's shoot black holes into the building, the CRN Center in Geneva, Switzerland. That's what we should do. I mean, at least it's in Switzerland, so we'll have a few extra milliseconds before the black hole sucks us up on the other side of the planet.
We're gonna get demigorgons coming out of that.
Yeah,
place.
this is such a bad idea. Anyways, it may also be fake. Because the article was not from the best source, but what is not fake is
all
that,
over the internet.
yeah.
Everywhere.
Well, the timing is interesting. This could have been happening all the way since 2018. Potentially, this happened in August. Potentially, it happened this week. But the matter is that this machine, if it shoots at its highest electron levels, theoretically can create black holes, and that they're trying to create miniature black holes. So at its root, this machine is there just warming up to create black holes. When asked to
Why
explain-
isn't everybody just begging this guy
They
not
are.
to turn the
They are.
machine on?
There's a ton of people that are against the LHC.
This is why you need bullies. You need a bully to go break their proverbial glasses, which is their
For sure.
machine. And it's
Just-
because
yeah,
it's
just
part of the balance
sabotage
of
it.
Earth. COVID
Yeah,
has hurt that.
You do need to smash this machine to bits, like the guitar in the Animal House. But when asked to explain the project in layman's terms, one of the main physicists on the that works there said, just as many parallel sheets of paper, which are two-dimensional objects, and can exist during a dimension, parallel universes can exist in even higher dimensions. So there it is, very clear what they're working on over there.
These assholes are gonna. This is a bad idea.
You know what's happened? These guys have never received the warm touch of a woman, and they're looking for any other universe than this.
Well, but
Like,
if you really did open up
Yeah.
another universe, wouldn't you just have like crazy shit from that universe coming in?
well,
It's the unknown potential touch of a woman that they're seeking, Will.
it is. Well,
Like
it's
maybe
funny.
there's a universe full of
It's-
all chicks.
The
It's
upside
funny,
is
it's
so
funny.
big.
It's
they
funny you
love
mention that, Will.
scientists.
It's funny you mention that because the scientists all say it's very probable that our gravity will enter and our matter will enter the other dimension. So I'd imagine there's a reciprocal effect of that.
Yeah,
where
so we're
it's
just
not-
going to ruin their place,
Yes.
and then we're going to let in some stupid
Yes.
shit from over there.
And that's all happening in Geneva, Switzerland.
These guys have like backup VR headsets. That's what they do.
Oh yeah, they definitely have like very very good sex dolls.
They know exactly when they're coming out.
Yeah.
They don't even. They work from home, but they take a VR drive to work. They just put the headset on and then
Yeah.
act like they're in the car and then
So who's
drink
so
a
who's
coffee
in,
and then take
who's
it
in
off.
the center? The intern? Like who's like the first year guys is there on the site? Anyways, that's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thanks as always to the listeners. You guys are the best. We have over $3,000 in donations for the hashtag Fatathon. That is, if Will would ever put his $250 he still owes in. That would be nice.
You can count on that. That's good.
I paid my last debt to Will like during the show. Like,
Will hasn't
what
put
is
that
he
in.
doing?
It
It's like
just
week
looks
6.
good to bump it up.
Yeah.
All right.
It encourages others to put it in.
right,
And that's not
Go to
including the
lardfactor.com.
Yeah.
Go to lardfactor.com. And that's not including the
Lard
sponsor per pound donations that will roll in at the end of the contest. I believe Wes is the only one right now without a per pound sponsor. So someone get out there and sponsor him.
what the fuck?
And multiple people can sponsor a particular co-host, but someone's got to sponsor Wes. And yeah, and I think I lost my train of thought, but
No.
outside of that, they go 100% of it's going to good charities. Wish us good luck on that. But outside
How much
of that,
am I putting in this thing?
$250. But then you have to click the box that says you want. It's like $270 because you want 100% of it to go to charities.
I want 100% to go.
Yeah,
Damn
so
right.
do that. But yeah, we have great charities. They're listed out. If you go to that lardfactor.com, you'll see what the charities are. What else? Please leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and keep spreading the word to your friends and family about our show. It's an easy sell because the news is so fucking depressing and everyone's worked the fuck up. So just tell people if they want to get the news but still keep sharp objects in their house to check us out. I mean, we'll keep bringing you everything we have if you keep listening and spreading the word. And we absolutely love doing it. So thank you for listening. And until we tell you tomorrow.
Mark, real quick, this just broke. Twitter banned the New York Post article because it violated their hacked content policy. I'm sorry, Mark. Continue.
Hacked content.
Hacked
Got it.
content, a.k.a. wanted to censor.
Stolen content.
No, then they're
WikiLeaks didn't do that, right?
Then I
Or
totally
with anything
apologize
they've ever
to
done.
Twitter. Not
or,
I just wanna make sure
any,
y'all hear
any
that.
other breach that ever came out ever in the history of all breaches.
We're gonna get so many comments about that. I was just about to say the "have a great fucking day" thing, and then you had to. Okay, have a great fucking day.